Update for Cozy Crops at JS Game releasing February 9th.
Hi, this is H Trayford, and this is the Week 5 update for Cozy Crops. It's the 10th of November, so let's get into it. So we had a great week this week. It was gigantic. We had 27 commits from 3 contributors. It puts us at a total of 105 commits and a total of 5 contributors. We're in Week 5 of 18, and the progress bar continues to fill. So contributors and our contributions for this week. Owen gave us some more art, added the apple tree, the lime tree, and some stumps and dead wood, which is great because we have an axe and we're supposed to be able to chop trees down, so I do believe we will use the stumps, and it's great to have the tree art in there. We don't have any code for trees yet, but we've got most of the art down. That's great. Cassidy worked on the forgeable items, so we have daffodils, wild garlic, wild rose. The forgeable items, the idea there is you'd be able to walk around the map and harvest just items that grow on their own independent of any farming work, and then you could take those to the store and sell those as a way to kind of bootstrap your farm. So that's going great. The sunflower is one of the forgeable items as well, and it's well and truly available. You can't harvest it, and there's no store yet to sell them in, but they exist in the game, and we'll get to see them, and they're animated, and they're beautiful. Cassidy also added the potato, the pepper, and the strawberry crops, so we'll see that artwork here in a second. And so we have lots and lots of our crops available. These 3 are not in the game yet, but we have a few crops, and the code to get these items into the game will be relatively straightforward, given that we already have several examples of how to do that. And I did some work on, we had somehow managed to bifurcate the lettuce and the cabbage, and so in some places in the game we were referring to this crop as lettuce and other places as cabbage. So I just consolidated it all together as lettuce, so we no longer have any cabbage in the game. Made it so that the seed packets can exist in the game. They can be in your inventory, and then when you select them in your inventory, if you're standing on, the the dirt or the sand, you can plant those seeds. If you water the tile that the seeds are planted in, and then the day progresses, the seeds will grow into the first stage of the plant. And if you water them again and progress the day, they grow to the next stage. And they continue to do that as long as you water them. If you don't water them, then they stay where they're at. If you don't water them 2 days in a row, then they regress. And eventually, if they've regressed all the way to the point where they are seeds and you haven't watered them, then they die. And they can't be revived from that point. So you would have to use the hoe, and this part doesn't work yet, but you would have to use the hoe to clear them out of the spot and then plant new seeds. So I did some refactoring on the map manager so that it provides a random tile location. This is better than just coding in the map dimensions inside the game scene, so that if we change the size of the map manager just knows that and can provide you with a random tile that is valid for whatever it is you're looking for. This is most useful for the bunnies, the butterflies, and all of the forageable items that can just appear in random places. Made it so that if you use the M key on the keyboard from anywhere in the world, it will take you to the museum scene. We're not going to keep that, but it's useful to have for now for testing. I did manage to make it so that if you walk over to the museum and click the action button, which right now is tied to the L key, then you'll actually go to the museum that way. The museum is very much a work in progress, so the only thing you can do there is look at it, and then if you hit the escape key from the museum scene, you come back to the world. So that's, like I said, a work in progress. I added the title screen artwork that we've had for a little while so that it shows on the title screen. The time of day indicator is a piece of artwork in the UI, and you'll see it progress over time as the day advances. So that's pretty cool. And had to fix the sunflower animation. When I implemented it, I hadn't done it correctly, and so it was doing this weird loop thing. There was some discussion in the team channel about ways to resolve that, and we figured out a really simple way. I just added a 2 to the end of the array for the frame numbers, and voila, worked. So that was wonderful. Appreciated all of the discussion and contributions to figuring that solution out, because it was so much easier than writing a whole new animation system, or even easier than adding another frame of artwork. So that was great. So here are the art contributions. So on the left you have Owen's tree art. So, you know, as we talked about, we have limes and apples, and so it's going well. They have dead trees and some stumps. So looking really good there. Can't wait to get the trees into the game. And Cassidy's artwork, much of this art was already there, but these sprite sheets had adjustments made. So down this left-hand side here, this is the forgeable items. So down here is the wild garlic and the wild rose that were added this week. Here's the potato and the strawberry. I think, oh no, this is the strawberry down here. So this is the other contribution. Here's the pepper. So we have a number of really great crops that we can get into the game. So that's looking really good. Let's go over to the demo. Here we are, and you can see the title screen in the game now. I love this. This is beautiful and so easy to add. So it was great. We'll go ahead and start a game. Come down in here, and you can see that here we are. Not a lot has changed, and of course, as always, my computer's struggling just a little bit to record the video and run the game. But if I select my seed packet here, you can see that it highlights the inventory item. So this was something that was missing previously, is the ability to see which inventory item you've got selected. So I'll go ahead and hit the L key to plant my seeds into the dirt there, and you can see them. And then I will switch over to my watering can and L to water that one. And then I'm gonna before I press N, you can see kind of the day indicator here, and you can see that this little bar is progressing down. So I'm gonna use the cheat key to advance the day, and you can see that my lettuce plant has progressed a little bit to the next stage. So we'll go down here and we'll water this one again. So I still have the watering can selected, so we'll water that, and then we'll go ahead and advance to the next stage. And you can see that when I hit the cheat key to advance, it's advancing the plant and then fading, so we'll have to figure that detail out. But for now, you can see that my lettuce is continuing to grow, and my day indicator, because I'm using the cheat key, is continuing to advance. If this reaches the bottom down here, the game will automatically night-night, fade to black and return me to my home. But then also the day-night indicator will return to the top of the indicator here. So I'm going to not water this one and advance the day. And you can see you get one freebie there, so that didn't harm my plant. If I do it again, though, you see that the plant regressed, and one more time it regresses to seeds. And if I go one more time without watering it, excuse me, my lettuce has died. So there we go. That's unfortunate. And you can see we have a sunflower here that's waving in the wind. And so, as I mentioned, we discussed in the channel how to get it to go back and forth rather than loop to the end and then snap back to the beginning. Let's see, and then I will walk over to the museum so that we can just see that little piece real quick. And again, there's nothing you can do in the museum. Your character actually doesn't even show up in the museum, but work in progress, right? So now that I'm on the museum door, the action key opens the museum, and so the idea would be that your character will appear here, and you can walk around and look at the different things that are in here, which are basically achievements in the game. And I think we'll have a little piece of UI show up so that when you touch one of the achievements, it'll have a little description of what it was and how you earned it. But obviously none of that is working right now. So I need to hit the escape key right now, and I did not anticipate that. There we go. Hopefully I'm still recording. Yes. Okay. So let's see. That looks like all of the things for the demo. So let's switch back over to the slides and then go to the Vikunja. So here we are. I'm recording the video for the 10th of November right here. There were an awful lot of items for this week that were listed for the inventory, and so I've advanced those over here to November 24th to give us a little bit of time on that stuff. And so we still have a little bit of stamina things to do as far as the day-night cycle goes. We need the ability to actually pick up forgeable items, And I suspect that that will be tightly correlated with the ability to harvest crops. And so that's probably the next kind of thing we need to be working on, is how to, because we need to work on our game loop here. So we got to figure out how to harvest the crops once they're mature, and then working on the museum because it's relatively straightforward. But the real key there is to try and get it so that that process will also work to get us into the store. That will be an important part of being able to sell crops that you've harvested, and also to be able to buy seeds. So those are kind of the big key pieces we need in order to finish our game loop. And so I think those need to be the priorities we move forward. And you see lots of items here. So there's plenty of artwork to do. There's lots and lots of code to do. Plenty of work for anybody who wants to join us. So I'll switch back over. Oh, I think this is the last slide. I always forget. So lots of opportunities for art and code and sound effects. And if we want different music for like the museum or the store, there are opportunities there. So no matter what it is that you want to do, if you want to contribute to a JS game, we've got an opportunity for you. Just join the team channel. Let us know what you're interested in, and between Cassidy and I, we'll get it figured out with some suggestions. Or, download the game and play it and find something that needs to be fixed and do that. We would appreciate any contributions that anybody cares to provide us. And with that, thank you very much.